This latest commitment is proof that Pitt football is improving. What's up, guys? It's Tyler from TCM Sports, and in today's video, I want to talk about a recent commit to the Pitt football program for the class of 2021 in Elliot Donald. And if you don't know who Elliot Donald is, as you can tell by the title, he is the nephew of former Pitt star Aaron Donald. So Aaron Donald obviously went to Pitt. He's from Penn Hills, which is not too far from Pittsburgh. If you guys aren't from the area. And, Elliot Donald, his nephew, he was deciding between, I believe, yes, he was deciding Texas A&M, West Virginia, Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan State, and Ohio State, and LSU. So he, a bunch of phenomenal colleges were after him. And he decided to stay with Pitt. His Twitter, he has his recruiting video here. So, make sure you guys go check that out. I'll make sure to link his Twitter in the description so you guys can go check it out for yourself. I'm sure it would be better if you checked it out on his personal. I'm sure that maybe he'd appreciate that more. But there's a reason why I'm not going to put Aaron Donald nephew is committing to Pitt, because I think Elliot Donald is going to be more than just the nephew of Aaron Donald. I know that's a name that he's going to just be stuck with for a lot of his life, but I think Elliot Donald's going to be able to make a name for himself. Like, people are going to know who Elliot Donald is, and when they find out, oh, he's related to Aaron Donald, then it's just going to be like, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I cannot believe that. They're both so good. So I just think, Elliot Donald's going to make his own name for himself. So let's take a gander at his 24/7 sports profile here. So we know he committed to Pitt on Friday. I believe that. Is that Friday? What day is it? Yeah, Friday. God, these days are just... they're all blending together at this point. So he is the 116th best player in the nation, but the 9th best defensive tackle, and being the 6th best in Pennsylvania. And he's from Central Catholic, which is literally like, I go to Pitt, right? It's in Oakland. It's like right there. Like, I can walk to Central Catholic, like from my campus. It's really that close. And he's an edge defender, but I think he's going to end up being more of a defensive tackle. I think he's going to put on some weight. I saw, like, in that other article, about 20 to 30 pounds. I agree. 6'2", 280. Still a little small for defensive tackle, but he's going to be fast. If not, he can work off the edge. And, he's not coming in this season, so, the players that the Pitt defensive line has right now is good enough. But, next season when they leave, there's a chance Elliott gets redshirted, but I just don't think so. There are players like John Morgan that could be on the edge there, but I don't know, man. I think Elliot Donald's going to be like it. I think he's going to be very, very, very good. And with the departure of Patrick Jones II this year, Jalen Twyman's likely going to be going to the draft. Rashad Weaver is a redshirt senior, but I think there's a possibility it's going to be similar to DeMar Hamlin, where he can get a 5th year of eligibility, and this way it's like a medical redshirt in a way for Rashad Weaver. So I could be wrong there, but let's that'd be kind of nice. But having Elliot Donald and Rashad Weaver stay on that defensive line. Whew, and why this is a point that Pitt is improving, because you see these programs, and just because obviously it helps a lot that your an uncle went to the college that you decided to go to. But Pitt's been good the recent years, but it's not like Pitt's as good as Ohio State's, Michigan, Penn State. Like that, Pitt is not those. Now they're better than West Virginia. I think they're up there with Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M would still win, but I think they're up there with them. LSU, they just won the national. What I'm saying? These are places like that Pitt, doesn't really recruit against. And I think Elliott shows, because he's obviously getting more play time with Pitt compared to those schools. And Pitt's defense is elite. Again, don't get me wrong how good Pitt's defense is. But why this is such an important, commitment for Pitt, and they didn't lose him, because in recent years, Pitt has had trouble with holding on to their homegrown talents. They've all the top prospects from around the Pittsburgh area have just went to bigger colleges. I know, I forget how to say his name. It's Matt C., offensive tackle, real good guy from Mars, and he ended up going to Notre Dame, which you can't blame him because he's so good. And Pitt in recent years was losing out on those type of players, but now we check out the 2021 class. Also, maybe this could be a video for another day. Dude, North Carolina is absolutely going to be insane. I don't know what the heck's going on. Mac Brown is... I hate it. I don't like it. As a Pitt fan, I don't like it. But you can see here, Pitt is 6th in the ACC for 2021. But I think nationally they're going to be pretty decent. Yeah, they're going to be... they're just behind Penn State. And for Penn State must just got to commit. But this is their 2021 class. And you can see that their top 2 players Obviously, Elliot Donald, and then Naki Johnson, who committed last year. I remember I had an article about him. Two four-star players from West Mifflin, also in the Pittsburgh area. And we see that they also got the commitment from Deion Hayes from Westinghouse, which is not, right in Pittsburgh, but it's in the Pittsburgh area. And those are like that's like your main place. Like they're finally getting the good players from their own region. That's huge. That's why I like schools like LSU, Alabama. That's why they get a lot of people from around the area. But like everyone in Alabama wants to go to Alabama, right? Anyone in Pennsylvania probably wants to go to Penn State. Most do, and that's how it is. Penn State's one of the biggest programs in the nation, and so despite me not liking Penn State, I'm not an idiot. I understand what they're all about. So Pitt has had trouble with that throughout the years, and now with Elliot Donald coming in and Naki Johnson coming in, two players that are from the Pittsburgh area, I think that's a sign of change for Pitt. I think they're finally able to bring in the really talented players from Western Pennsylvania, and when they bring them in, that means other players from other places are going to want to come into Pitt. I know Pitt's got a good pipeline with Florida. Hey, Florida, great pipeline to have. So I think this is a sign for change and improvement for Pitt. And if Pitt's hanging with the big dogs like this in recruiting, I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time. This is a special scenario, but it is possible. So, yeah, the commitment of Elliot Donald is a sign of improvement for Pitt, and it's only going to get better from here, I think. That's my opinion. You leave your opinion down in the comment section below. Pitt could go 3-9 forever after this, but I just think Pitt is going to be guaranteed 7-5 for 6-6, 7-5. Let's say 7-5. Okay, to be more bold. It's a more bold take. I think there's guaranteed 7-5 forever. I think they're guaranteed a bowl game. I know it used to not be the case, but I don't know. Narduzzi is really starting to get his footing now. He makes some questionable decisions, but I think in his sixth season, it's going to be even better. This year is going to be a very special season. Very, very special season. I wrote an article about that on the countdown. If you guys go check that out on my own website, the previous video before. But I think the season's going to be a very special season for Pitt. And Elliot Donald's a very special commitment for the Panthers. So that's all I have for you guys. If you already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go check out my website, The Countdown. Go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Do all that. You know what to do. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think of the Elliot Donald commitments here. Do you like it? Do you hate it? If you're not a Pitt fan, tell me what your thoughts are from an outsider. And that's really about it. And I'll also leave Elliot's Twitter in the description. So make sure you guys go give him a follow. Give him some love for the commitment. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.